What is up, guys?
My killers will not take no for that.
I used to work at this club around 2011 until 2013 called Rouge. And I will say the name because the club no longer exists. So if you try to look it up, you're not going to be able to find it, and I definitely don't work there. It's basically like a bar now with alcohol and stuff, and they totally redid the inside. It wasn't like super ghetto, but it wasn't like super nice either. The girls there were actually pretty nice to me, nicer than a lot of girls have been at a lot of other places I've worked at. So I didn't really have any issues like that. So I'm not one of those girls who cares what people are doing in their spare time. I don't care if people are drinking. I don't care if people are doing drugs. I don't care if people are doing whatever they're doing with the customers. I'm not really like a tattletale. I don't go tell on people. So there was this girl that I worked with. Her name was Jalissa, and I will say her name because obviously that's definitely not her real name. So this girl was kind of known for drinking, obviously doing pills. I saw her snorting coke in the bathroom multiple times. Like, she was definitely on one every single night she worked. One time I was at work and I went on stage, and for anyone who knows me, you know that when I go on stage, I want to like do a performance. I do pole tricks and stuff. And as I'm on the stage, this girl just crawls up there and gets like right up on top of me. And I'm not about that life. I'm not about her being up on my stage. So I just walked off the stage. She comes back, like the song is over, and she's like, "Oh baby, you forgot your money on the stage." And I'm just like, no, if you want to be on stage so bad, like, you can just have it. You can be up there. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm not causing any drama. Like, I didn't say anything to her. Like, she just climbed up on my stage while I was up there trying to make money, and she's like, "Oh, no, baby, I was trying to help you make some money." It's like, I didn't ask you to come get on the stage with me, so it was pretty irritating. So that was like one of the only kind of incidences I had with this girl other than this situation. So one night I came to work, and she was obviously drunk and on pills or on whatever she was usually just on at work. She walks into the dressing room, she has this drink in her hand, she like trips and like spills this drink all over the floor, the ice and everything. And her friend is like covering for her like,
"Oh my god, girl, you need to pull it together."
Like picking the ice up and stuff. I'm sitting right next to the drunk girl. Like, I didn't know this. Like, I came into work and I sat my stuff down just where an open spot was, and I happened to be sitting right next to this like intoxicated, like, whatever girl. She starts like going through my makeup. She's like, "Oh, hey baby, what's up?" And starts like putting on my lip gloss, like using my face stuff, and I'm just like, I didn't say you could do that. Like, even if you're my best friend, like, I don't particularly want people using my face powder and like lip gloss and stuff. Like, what the fuck? So she's just like going through my makeup like this is a MAC beauty counter, just putting on my makeup and stuff, and I'm like, okay. So I'm just kind of irritated with this, but I didn't say anything. I'm just like, yeah, while she's talking to me. And then when she left the room, I picked up my stuff and set it on the other side of the dressing room next to my actual friend where her stuff was. So let's put that into consideration here. I actually had a friend that was there, and there was an open spot near her. So I go and set my stuff near this girl on the other side of the room, and I'm just like, oh my god, Jalissa's being so fucking annoying tonight. Like, she just is going through my shit. Like, she's drunk and all over the place. Like, I just don't want to deal with it. And so she's like, "Oh yeah, girl, just sit by me." So this girl, Jalissa, comes back in the dressing room, like, and she sees that I had moved my stuff. And so she's like, clearly offended at this point. She's like, "Wow, like, I just feel so bad for her." Like, talking about me, like, out loud so I'll hear it. "She's just a stoner with no friends. Nobody likes her. She's just a little stoner loser all by herself." Basically just, like, trying to insult me with whatever she knew about me. Like, she knew I smoked weed at work sometimes, so she's just like, that's all she could really insult me with. Because, like, you can't insult my dancing. You can't insult my body. You, like, what are you gonna insult me? Like, I guess you can say I have no friends and I'm a stoner, which are both true, I guess, in the real world, but whatever. So she's just saying this out loud across the dressing room while the other girls that are like not as fucked up as her, like, listening to her rambling. And so at this point, like, I'm not really entirely ready yet. I just like had like my outfit on. I don't know if I even had my makeup fully done yet. And so I'm just like, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today. So I march into the manager's office and I'm like, look, Jeff, by the way, side note, this guy is dead now. So let that be a little side note in the story. This guy literally died a couple years after this happened. And I'm not going to say it was suicide. I'm not going to say it was overdose or a combination of the two, but it was one of those. So I go into the manager's office and I'm like, Jeff, I think I want to go home. Like, I'm just not really feeling it tonight. Like, I'll just come back tomorrow. And he's like, oh, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, Jalissa's just being really annoying. And I don't want to deal with her. She's like talking shit to me in the dressing room. I didn't say she was drinking or partying or doing drugs. It's just putting me not in a really good vibe, and I don't really want to deal with it tonight. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go home. And obviously, I'm not trying to, you know, be like self-absorbed or anything here, but the management would rather have me there, someone sober who knows how to dance, versus someone who's on drugs who's not gonna make them any money. I go into the dressing room and I'm like grabbing all my stuff because I'm like getting ready to leave. And I'm like, tell my friend, like, yeah, like I just don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to leave. So the manager calls Jalissa into the office. He's like, Jalissa, come here or whatever. So she goes into the office and he, I guess, fired her. So hang on. Let me just rewind a little bit. So at this point, like I said, I packed my stuff. At this point in my life, I smoked cigarettes and they had a smoking room there. So I went in the smoking room, was sitting on the couch with my friend in the smoking room, smoking a cigarette, like about to leave. So that's when he called her in the office and told her, like, look, you know, you're on one and you're fired. This did not go over very well. So this girl walks down the hallway, and to this day, if you are a girl that works at this place, because like I said, it's completely remodeled and different name and everything inside. I went back there years later and saw that there was still a hole. For anyone who lives in a house or anything where someone punches a hole in the wall or something, no matter how you patch it up, you can still kind of see that there was like a hole there. So this girl comes down the hallway and slams open the door to the smoking room so hard that the handle on the door goes through the sheetrock or whatever on the wall and puts a hole through it, just like someone who punches a wall. The door handle went through the wall. She's like, boom, slams the door open, gets in my face, like, you know, how fights start when someone's inches away from your face.
You fucking bitch! You got me fucking fired!
She's like screaming in my face.
You fucking bitch! You got me fucking fired!
And she's like in my face.
Like that, I don't even know, like she's just screaming at me.
I don't even know exactly what she was saying, just like,
You got me fired, you told on me, you're a little snake, like all this stuff, like F you, white girl.
I don't want to pull race into this, but she did say F you white girl on multiple occasions too. So this girl's next to my face, screaming inches away from my face. I'm on the couch right here, my friend's on the couch right there. There's like, you know, an ashtray, and then there was like a table right here where there was like some mugs on it with handles. Like at first I'm just sitting there like casually smoking my cigarette, like, oh my god, this girl's screaming at me, like I know she's on one, but like I think this girl might actually fucking hit me or something. And so I'm slowly grabbing the glass mug, like by the handle, because I'm like, you know, if she swings at me or something, I want to be able to protect myself, you know. I'm just gonna hit her on the head with the mug. Like, I know that's kind of sounds pretty brutal, but like, she's an inch away from my face, she's like,
You got me fired!
And so I'm just like, oh my god, if she swings, I'm just gonna go with the mug, one shot. So my friend sees me grabbing the mug, I'm just like, as this girl's yelling at me, and my friend takes her foot and her shoe and kicks the girl. Like,
Get out of here!
boom, and kicks the girl out the door. So my friend walks out of the smoking room, goes into the dressing room, and they start yelling at each other. And I was just like so in shock that all this was going on. I didn't even leave the smoking room and go look at what happened, because I knew if I walked out there, she would try to fight me too. Like if I was like, yeah, what's going on? And like walk out, like she's swinging at me. There was no questioning. At this point, the bouncer's in the dressing room, the manager's in the dressing room, because that was a pretty loud door slam. Like from the second the door slammed, it started causing commotion. Like you could hear this girl screaming at me. You know what a fight is like. You know when you hear a fight breaking out. So my friend and this girl are in the dressing room screaming at each other, and this girl Jalissa rips off her wig. Rips off her wig, and she's like,
Come on, you wanna fight me? Bah! Like screaming at my friend, like, let's fucking go!
And like the manager comes in, and like I guess I didn't see exactly what happened, but from what I was told, the manager pulled Jalissa like away from this girl, like didn't like push her or use force. He just pulled her away from the girl and was like,
yo, you need to leave. Like, get your bag and leave.
so like I said, wigs off. So she's yelling at the manager.
You put hands on me. You put hands on me. I'm calling the police. You put hands on me.
And so everyone's like, oh my God. And so the police were called and she's like,
No, he put hands on me.
at this point, I can't leave. The manager's not letting me leave. The manager's not letting my friend leave. Jalissa's not leaving. And now the cops are on their way. And she's on the phone like,
Oh, I'm at work right now. My manager put hands on me. I need a police officer right here. Like, right now. My safety's at risk.
the police officers they get to the club and they pull me into the manager's office and like, what happened? And so I'm explaining to them and I'm in tears at this point because I just want to go home. I wanted to go home since I freaking got there and she was rude to me.
I just got to work.
I'm just like in tears.
This girl was harassing me in the dressing room, and so I asked the manager to leave, and then he fired her, and so then she came in the dressing room to try to fight me.
The rest of the people can finish the story from there. Obviously, I didn't get any charges against me because I didn't put my hands on anyone. I didn't do anything. The manager didn't get any charges. Nobody got any charges. They did take the girl away, and the manager did say to the police that she is not allowed back on the property. Luckily for her, I'm not the snake that she thought I was, because I'm pretty sure she probably had pills, coke, or something on her at the time. I didn't tell the cops, oh, you know, she's on one, she's intoxicated, she's probably got pills, blah, 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 like, check her shit. Left it at that. So, got your back, girl, if you ever watch this video. Never tell the cops you had drugs, so. I actually never saw this girl again. Like, when the cops came, when the cops took her, like, that was the last time I saw this girl. I am gonna say I was scared for my life after this. Like, after this incident, it really did kind of change my perception on dancing. At the time, I was going through, like, a really rough breakup, and I think I had been single for a few months, and it was like I had just moved to LA, too. So I was in a new city, new place, like that I had just barely worked at for not that long. I just remember going home and like crying and being scared. This is kind of scary to say in a video, but like also while the cops, like before they showed up, and she was like yelling at the manager and yelling at all of us in the dressing room saying like she had homies that were gonna come to the club and that were gonna fuck us all up.
Like, I got homies that they're gonna take care of you guys. Like, just you wait and see.
I kind of was really freaked out after that because I'm just like, she called me like a little snake white girl. She said she got some homies that are after me. New state, like I said, everything, like I didn't know what was gonna actually happen. So at this point, I started bringing like weapons to work. And I know that's really horrible to say. And to this day, I stopped recently, actually. Well, I still keep something in my car no matter what because like I'm not trying to get like mugged or killed or anything. Like, this is LA, let's be real. At first I kept a hammer with me. I know that sounds really crazy, but after that whole situation, like I was scared of the other girls at work that were like homies with her, because like they started harassing me after she left. Like all the girls that were like her friends were like,
Oh yeah, like stupid white girl.
like they were not covert about it. Like they didn't even refer to me as like my name or anything. They just called me like,
What a white girl, like puta. Like,
just like I said, I don't want to bring that into it. Like, I'm not saying like, oh no, I'm a victim. It was just their opinion of me, even though I clearly like I said, did nothing wrong, but they're just trying to help their friend out. If that, I guess harassing me after she's gone was helping. But anyways, I was freaked out, brought a hammer with me to work, like in my bag. And then obviously like I got smarter and over time bought tasers, bought like switchblades, stuff like that. Like that's like more low-key stuff to keep in your bag. Don't ever get pepper spray. Like I heard pepper spray, if you spray someone with it and there's like an airflow or something, it'll just go back into your face and you'll start choking on it too. So back to what I was saying though. Throughout the years, no matter where I've worked, there's always someone that I think is weird or annoying or on one, or I don't want to talk to them. I'm usually just overall nice to everyone, but this was just one situation that I was just like, this girl is getting on my last nerves. So with that being said, I think that is the end of this video. If you want to vote on what my next story time is going to be, you have to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is SERCNM Lightning. I actually changed it. I changed my handle to SERCNM Lightning to match my YouTube channel. I'm sure all you have to do is just search SERCNM on anything, and I'm pretty sure you can find me. With that being said, follow me on everything else, on Twitter and Snapchat or whatever you're into. And most importantly, make sure to subscribe because we are getting really close to 13K. I feel like I've been saying that in every video for the past like year at this point. So let's just get this to 13K already, shall we? So if you want to vote on my next story time, make sure to, like I said, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel if you like my content, and I guess that is it. That is it for this story time. I will see you guys next time. Bye!